What's up guys, Razer here with another product review video for you guys today, and today we're going to check out something a little bit unique for this crazy pandemic that's been going on for well over a year now, and that is the GRACO SaniSpray HP20, a cordless, airless disinfectant sprayer. First off, I would like to thank the Regional Tourism Organization for, it's an independent corporation funded by the Ontario Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Sport, for helping fund this disinfectant gun. There are many community and government grants out there to help small businesses of any kind with PPI, disinfecting, sanitizing, and cashless payment systems. So it's definitely something worth to take a look at for those of you who are in a bit of a pickle, as small businesses in general have been one of the hardest hit sectors during this pandemic. All right, back to the unboxing part. We'll just slice this open. And taking this thing out, as expected, it does come with a nice nylon bag, which you can see here. And then taking this out, we have the actual sprayer. I guess the charger first. Next up, we have the actual sprayer unit here. Cap for the container. More instructions from DeWalt and GRACO. And then we have the actual container, I think, which is in this box right here. Another piece. Extension wand, and 2 DeWalt batteries. Alright, so we're going to put some disinfectant in here. You can do this with the lid on or off. It doesn't really matter. Probably easier to do with the lid off because then the opening's wider, but hopefully I don't make a mess. I'm using Puro's multi-surface disinfectant. It's on the government's list of disinfectants that is known to kill COVID-19. And of course, Puro is a reputable brand. And another thing to look at when you're buying disinfectants, make sure it kills it very quickly. This does it in 30 seconds. Some disinfectants take a while. For example, Lysol does it in 10 minutes, which is too long. But anyways, we're going to pour some of the stuff in. Now when you do it for the first time, do it with water. That way the water can clean out any fluids that's left over inside the machine from the manufacturing process. And then dump it all out and put your disinfectant in. Alright, next up we're going to put this onto the spray gun. You want to make sure this piece is lined up with the knob over here, like so, and then twist it into place. That's simple. Next, you want to prime the gun with the disinfectant fluid, so turn this knob this way so it doesn't spray out. Flip it upside down. Turn it on for, I think, 5 seconds should be good enough. Next up, you want to get rid of all the air inside this liner. So pop open the cap here and slowly press the liner so that you could make sure all the air and bubbles escape. Once you see, whoop, keep going a little bit more. Plant it down, reprime it. And if you still see the bubbles, just kind of repeat this step again. And lastly, flip the switch here, so the disinfectant is going to go out the gun now, and you're pretty much set to go. Alright, so I do want to give you guys a quick overview of this before we get started. First off, it's largely the same size as like a DeWalt hammer drill. It's a little bit more bulkier. This battery casing here certainly makes it a little bit bigger too, but it's roughly the same size as your traditional drill. On the front here, you have your nozzle. All this can be removed in case you need to replace it or clean it up. This part here, it comes with 3 different green nozzles. They're all made of stainless steel, so they're relatively durable. This one here is the most coarse one. I chose that because I find the finer mists with the alcohol-based Purell, it lingers in the air and kind of makes you sneeze. So the coarser one falls to the table or whatever surface you're spraying on a little bit better, at least in my case. You can also change to a different nozzle setting by switching it over. This sprays a stream versus a mist. The only time you would really need to use a stream is when you're cleaning and priming the machine in case it gets clogged or something. So that's the main reason why you would want to use the stream part, is to clean out the nozzle. Over here you guys saw earlier, this is your switch to switch from spray to prime. Pretty simple knob. Got the GRACO logo here, SaniSpray HP20. This is your little cap to hold the air inside, or to release the air inside and keep a vacuum tight seal. Got another GRACO logo here, some vents for the brushless motor that's inside this beast. You got the trigger plastic trigger button here, and then the handle itself, which is actually relatively ergonomic. It would have been nice if they put some rubber on or something, but it's pretty comfortable to hold. That being said, when this thing is filled up, it does have a bit of heft to it. And this entire piece here, of course, is your container that holds all your disinfectant fluid. The liners are easily replaceable. That being said, I'm still on the first liner that I used for the last 2 months now, so it's pretty durable for what it is. You can see here it's made in the United States, something that I don't see too often. Got the DeWalt logo on the bottom here. This here is your red light to indicate that your battery's low. This is your power setting. I always leave it at the lowest because that's all you need for spraying disinfectant. You can go all the way up to 10, but the more power you use, the more disinfectant you use. So it's a little bit overkill wasting disinfectant on the highest setting. And last but not least on this machine is your battery cover that conceals your DeWalt battery. And that is pretty much it. Alright, so before we test out the GRACO, we're going to do a quick comparison with a normal spray bottle. So the Purell solution that I used earlier to put in this machine, they do have a spray bottle version. So here's a comparison of a normal spray bottle. And you can see here it does a job. A lot of the disinfectant is concentrated near the center, then it's a little bit more dispersed around the edges. And now we'll try this with the GRACO. You can also turn the dial or turn the nozzle here so you can spray it in a vertical position. So as you guys can see here, it's a little bit harder to tell because of the darker table color, but it provides a much more even coverage with the disinfectant solution all the way around the table rather than having a more spottier coverage that a normal spray bottle offered. Now the same thing also applies for chairs, not just a flat surface like a table. So here's a chair here, here's a normal spray bottle. And I mean, it kind of works, but it's obviously very spotty at best, and you could wipe it around to gain maximum coverage, but that's extra work. So here's another demo, but this time with a GRACO on another dry chair. So normally I would go all the way around the chair, but in this case I just wanted to show you guys what you can see. But as you guys saw, as a comparison's sake, the GRACO does provide much more, not just coverage, but even coverage. Like the center isn't all blobbed up with extra solution. It's a nice even coverage that coats the entire surface of this chair. Now you don't have to, but I do recommend wiping it down, especially if it's on something that people see, in this case a chair or table, because a lot of these disinfectants, they do leave residue after you spray them on. So just give a quick wipe down. So that is essentially it. You just spray, wipe it down if you want, and you have a fully disinfectant surface. Now like I mentioned with the table, having an automatic sprayer doesn't seem like it saves a whole lot of time with a single chair, but again, if you're doing 20 chairs, 30 chairs, 40 chairs, that's where having an automatic sprayer like the GRACO comes in handy with cost savings and time savings, as you can get more people in and out of your establishment. Overall, it's been about a couple months now since the first unboxing part of the video, and I have to say this is one beast of a sanitizer gun. GRACO originally designed their famous paint sprayers, and they used that same technology and incorporated it into their disinfectant sprayer here. Because the SaniSpray HP20 uses the same body, brushless motors, and stainless steel nozzles as their paint sprayers, the spray pattern is very accurate and high quality, providing an even spread of disinfectant onto a surface just like the original paint sprayers. Now like I mentioned, this comes with the same brushless motor that's in their paint sprayers, and one could argue this could be a little bit overkill, especially on its highest setting for a disinfectant gun. Now I normally use the lowest setting as it provides more than enough power to spray the disinfectant solution. Using too much power sprays more disinfectant than you need, thus you don't want to crank it up too high and therefore waste your solution. The unique container style that GRACO designed here can be a little bit annoying to use at first, but once you get the hang of priming the gun, it literally takes less than a minute to have the gun prepped after refill. The advantage with this method of holding disinfectant is that it allows you to spray at any angle you want, since there's no air or tube in the container that the liquid would miss. Therefore, because you can spray this at any angle, it ensures that you provide maximum coverage even at the most awkward places and positions. And I also forgot to mention another couple things I really like about this gun. It's made in the States, so you're supporting the local economy. And also they use DeWalt batteries. So it's not a proprietary battery that is going to cost a lot of money. These batteries are easily, or can be easily found everywhere. Amazon, brick and mortar stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. And they're also very reliable and powerful. In regards to any cons, there's only a few I can mention. First off, it is kind of expensive. It's about $1,000 retail. So if you're looking for a cheaper price, you could try Amazon or eBay. But it's definitely not a cheap device. And again, community funds and government funds, of course, help alleviate that for those of you small businesses out there. The second is that it's also kind of heavy. With a full container of solution, I do find it puts quite a bit of strain on your wrist, especially with one-handed use. So in comparison to like a DeWalt hammer drill, this is going to be a little bit heavier than something like that in comparison. And the last con, but also an advantage, is this unique container design. It is a little bit, again, cumbersome to first use because it does require a little bit of effort. You don't just pour the solution in and attach it to the gun. You do need to prime it in order to take full advantage of this vacuum bag design. In conclusion, it's clear this pandemic is going to stay with us for a little while longer. For those of you with businesses of any kind, from grocery, retail, diners, or hairdressers, anything like that, small business-wise, and requires customers, guests, patients, and you want a quick and efficient way of disinfecting and sanitizing surfaces with an automatic sprayer, this is definitely a must-have accessory to ensure quick disinfecting and providing a smooth business operation while protecting you and your patrons. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments about the GRACO HP SaniSpray 20, let me know in the comment section there down below. Hit that like button, as always helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.